I'm getting to you, Ghost Blob. I'm still exploring. Let's play The Haunting of Joni Evers. Hello and welcome to Hula New Plays Shot in Your Games. Today I'm starting a probably 2 to 3 episode playthrough of a walking simulator, as people like to call it. I hate this term because it's so derogative in a way. But yeah, this is kind of a mystery game where you explore, probably solve some puzzles and find out what happened. As usual, The Haunting of Joni Evers is an emotional tale of a broken family from small-town Oklahoma, driven apart by a malevolent haunting. Uncover the mysteries of Joni's family and the Cunningham house, digging through memories, facing the family's past to break the curse. I like that I think the protagonist is a gal and not the husband who killed everyone. You know, the usual. And so I hope that it's about different family dynamics than a couple just not getting along. And this has pretty good reviews on Steam. It was developed by Causeway Studios, and I can't wait to jump in, which I will do right now. I read a couple of reviews just to see if there's gameplay or bugs that I do not like. And apparently it will be a very sad game, which is fine for me. Able subtitles. Oh wait. I heard motion blur turn that off so you don't get motion sickness. So I will do that. And I've heard quite a few people saying that it is weird. Let's do medium for subtitles. Reduce visual flash. You know what? Yeah, we can do with less visual flashing. I personally think most of the time it happens in games, it's not necessary. So, yeah. No, I've heard a lot of gamers who said it is weird that it's always on default, the motion blur, because most players do not like it. Alright, that's cool. We have save slots. That is nice, because I do want to play this in a couple of parts.
Edith, No. I'm not sorry. You know what I've been through. How they left me. I'm happy for you that you got your shit sorted. I really am. But we're not the same. I know you think I'm in some kind of danger, Ed, but if you have something to say, just come out and say it. Stop with the mystical nonsense. Oh, and the pamphlets. I need an actual friend. God. This damn house. My family's been here for so long. Now it's just me. I feel like I'm holding on for something, but I'm not sure what. Not sure why. I don't know. That's it, I guess. You left your crock pot. I'll bring it to the shop tomorrow.
So it's that sister's probably. Haunting of Joni Evers. I will forget a lot of names. I will confuse them continuously and spend one episode misnaming at least one character, which is nothing personal. That's just how I am.
Day. Just want to unplug. Gotta set my bag down. Then I can change.
It's been a while that I played a game like this. I don't think I ever liked them fully, but I enjoy them because they're kind of nice to play. They're very, that's cozy horror for me, you know, just walking, exploring. Oh, there's a lot of staring. What's that?
These parts are taking up too much space. Really need to get them to the shop.
Is that car parts? Okay. This looks a little bit like the environment of one of the first games like this I played, which was The Suicide of Someone. I forgot the name. Case in point. All right. Because I like kind of walking around exploring, you know, not getting hunted by anyone. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that would trigger
That's
that.
better.
So, oh, so that were, okay, I'm an auto mechanic. Okay. And I guess the phone call was with my sister just now, and we're not the same. And I guess we had a rough upbringing.
My 15 seconds of fame 6 months back.
What happened in the cornfield last
I
night?
do
Joni
not
Evers.
sound like this. What are those whack jobs at the INR smoking? I don't remember anything about a skull man.
Absolute pet peeve. Have this when I click out of the text. Then you can babble on. Don't do it in the in the exact second I click on the text to read it. Don't interrupt me, please. Okay. What happened in the cornfield last night? Joni Evers, town resident and local mechanic, explains what she witnessed. Sky was black, but with the clouds rolling in, things got real dark real quick. Lightning started flashing, but there wasn't any thunder to speak of. That's not overly strange, mind you. Sometimes weather is just right for that, but I found it odd. Also, they need to blur the underlaying layer a little bit more because it's hard to read. You know, just a little, you know. Auspicious, my sister would say, but I don't think she uses the word like most folks. Anyway, the light show made the cornfield easy to see. It was like an overly fake storm you see in an old horror movie like Attack of the Reapers. The wind oh, so she likes horror movies, she's into cars. Oh my god, she's not like other girls. The wind picked up and stalks started a swaying something fierce. Suddenly a man, what looked like a man, came striding out of the field. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. A man buttoned up in a suit jacket with nothing but a skull for a head. He looked my way, tipped his hat, he had a hat if I didn't mention, and walked on toward the dino station. What was that? What was I doing out by the cornfield? You know, now that you mention it, I can't recall. The Skullman, as Joni referred to him, would play a pivotal role in events that would unfold later that night. Continued on page 6. Where? Page 6. And that's a book about animals, I guess. Okay. So we saw something weird. Mm-hmm.
I'm not hiring.
Oh, it's an application. Okay. Front. No, it doesn't do anything. Zoom. James McDonald, mechanic is not otherwise, blah blah blah. Have you ever worked in this company? No. Have you ever been convicted of a family? No. Okay. Put down.
Believe it or not, people do, in fact, still read magazines.
Yeah, they
They
do.
right?
They absolutely do. My husband does, and we're drowning in magazines. Mechanics Monthly. Do-it-yourself night vision. Step-by-step guide to installing night vision on your home drone. Eyes in the Sky. Mechanics Monthly takes you into the hot topic of night vision drones. Revolutionizing repair. A deep dive into the tech innovations that are shaping the future of garages. Special interview. We get to know star mechanic Sydney Marharty and discover how she went from running a family shop to franchising 10 locations in the Midwest. I know, that doesn't look like a proper magazine because I feel like the do-it-yourself night vision doesn't really work into... Like that, the night vision thing is more like a hobby mechanic and the rest is more like proper professional mechanics. So, yeah. The Wired Theory. Okay. What's that? You can do this. Oh, yeah. God, that's kind of sad. I have a notepad on my screen that just says, "Did you push record?" Question mark? Because I forgot a lot in the early days, especially when I was still doing PlayStation games, because you had to do record for a lot of different things. Could stop by and see Sarah.
Oh, who's got time for trips? Maybe one day.
Hot Springs is close. Too cliche? Ah, no. Nothing's too cliche. You can always look and, you know, if you don't like it, then you can return. Go somewhere else.
How many times? Call me Joni.
Thanks again for the quick patch job, Miss Evers. You're a lifesaver. You really didn't need to give me that discount, but I won't complain, Charlotte. Okay.
Tidy space, tidy mind.
Welcome home. Oh, that's cute. Look at this. That's cute. So I'm living with my sister because she said she brings it to the shop.
Go owls. I suppose.
That's
I've
cute,
not heard
funny.
from Sarah in a while. Hope she's doing okay.
Also, I like that there's voiceover. Less stress for my voice, for my beautiful, beautiful voice. And she's into horror movies. Oh, of course she.
Antonia
Yeah, we
Dubois
already
was
know
a
that.
trailblazing character for women in
Yeah.
horror. The sequel remains underrated to this day.
I don't know. This looks like shit. The ghost car. Oh, very old books also. Okay, it's a video games. Oh, she has it all. She's a geek girl, right?
Sarah and I loved going to these
Yeah.
cons. I bet the arcades in LA are multiple levels up from Hecate's.
And fantasy. Now I want to look if a gal or a guy wrote this. Because honestly, it can also be a woman, of course, who is herself a geek, you know, especially if you're into developing and writing for video games, then you're very likely also into other geek things. But very often, you know, it can also be just the dream gal for the guy who wrote this.
Lethality. Getting tired of whooping the computer's ass. I miss playing with Sarah.
And I'm not complaining, but sometimes I wish I could play in a horror game like this with a protagonist who's like super girly, like just so sparkly, full of unicorns and pink, and just, you know.
Shit, I completely forgot. What a mess.
What happened here? It
Well,
looks
it's not gonna clean itself.
okay.
Catching up with Eve was great. Where did it all go sideways? Eve left her crock pot. I'll get it back to her later. Once things have cooled off.
Oh yeah, I'm Joni. So the call was also from me and not to me. Okay. Okay, tableware.
Things were so chill last night. Why'd she have to bring family into it?
Well, if you have issues, it always comes up, right? It's very difficult if you have
This
something
was
that...
just an accident. I don't think Edith realized.
Oh, so Edith thought Joni threw this. Well, if they came from an abusive household, that can trigger, you know, quite something.
I can't believe she brought this up. If anyone needs therapy, it's her.
Okay. I don't know. Probably Joni also needs it a little bit. If you had a really rough family life. And I think a lot of people think you only need therapy if it's like, if you're stark raving mad, but very often you think you're fine, you think it's normal, but it's really not, you know? So, yeah.
What a mess.
Oh, what's that?
Edith, you've got to stop swiping these. They are good mugs. What Simon doesn't know won't hurt him.
But do they live together? No, I guess not. But I guess they're very close. You're a star. That's probably from Edith. It's so cute.
Who said you need to rinse? It'd be nice if every mess could be solved with the press of a button, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I wish I could clean up like this. Just click, click, click. That'd be very nice. Okay, let's take out the trash. It's a nice flat, by the way, or house. It's a huge house also. It is huge. Where do I go? No, this is not. No. Take out the trash. Oh, what's that?
The storm could get bad tonight. Always good to stay prepared.
Did you take it? No. Ah, okay.
Out of
Bop.
sight, out of mind.
Okay.
Better check the mail.
Ah, it's so cozy. Oh my god. I love this. I hope it's a little bit scary. Nothing here. Oh, it's so... I mean, what? These rooms are crazy. Oh my, look at this. This is the corridor. You can have like a whole room in this. You can have a bowling alley in this corridor.
Of all the things Dad left behind, why all these home movies? Surprised Sarah didn't want them.
Sarah, another sister or stepmom, or the mom they don't call mom, which, you know.
Materials for Dad's work. You let things sit long enough and eventually they become a part of the space.
Yep, it's the laundry chair. And I know other people have that as well. Since the internet, I know I'm not alone. So that's us. And I guess grandma, so we didn't have where's mom? Maybe she took the picture. That's very often the case. Aw. Okay. Is that...
I guess I left the chair out.
I mean, okay.
This house has stood for over a century. I think I can handle a few patch jobs.
It's quite expensive. That's the thing with owning a house. People always think, you know, once you own a house, you never have to pay rent. Yeah, you have to pay that. And that is a lot. Like, if it comes up, it is a lot.
Grandma Noreen had a penchant for this kind of stuff.
Auras, cartomancy, psychometry, runes. Funny. Oh, looks like a face. There, that's the nose. That's the eyes, the hair, and here's like a bearded mouth. Okay. Looks nice. Of course, we have it rainy and stormy, setting the mood.
Grandma and Mom. Where is this?
Oh, wow.
The adventures they must have gotten up to. Then Mom decided she wasn't done with that life.
Oh, she abandoned the family. Damn, okay. Something to say?
Well, I'm an Evers, but I'm still family. You got your wish, Norbert. For all it's worth.
Who's Norbert? A father? Bold new construction, first of its kind in fledgling Harvest. The first residence to be built outside of sparsely populated downtown Harvest has been completed. We asked Norbert Cunningham, the home's owner and constructor, what led him to make this bold move in such a remote and what some might call desolate area. I don't think it's bold at all. I think there's no other choice to be made, Mr. Cunningham told us. When pressed to explain further, he added, you see, there are places in this world that act as focal points, confluences, places where nature and spirit meld. Once I discovered this phenomenon near Harvest, I knew what I had to do. Don't worry, dear reader. It didn't make much sense to us either, so we dropped the line of questioning. Mr. Cunningham concluded by saying he intended for his descendants to live in this house for many generations to come. So he wanted to have like a spiritual house, but probably like positive energy, I guess, starting this whole supernatural line of thinking. Why are they all over the place?
How have I never seen this? Grandma never told us how Grandpa passed.
So Norbert was the grandpa? Disaster strikes Cunningham House. Tragedy strikes in the wake of a generational storm featuring a devastating series of multi-vortex tornadoes. The town of Harvest is still taking stock of the damage. The death toll currently sits at 17, yet many remain unaccounted for, so the number of fatalities could rise in coming days. Notably, the landmark Cunningham House suffered heavy devastation, losing nearly half of its square footage to the twisters. More devastating, however, is the confirmed death of Alfred Cunningham. Okay, so it's not Norbert, whom lived in the house, a beloved member of the Harvest community. Alfred is survived by his wife Noreen and their newborn daughter Lilith. Who's Norbert Cunningham? Who? If Cunningham House already existed, then it can't be... Can it? Was it another house? I'm already confused. We're 18 minutes in, people. I'm confused.
I thought I...
What? 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 And Lilith was mom. Okay. Let me just go here a little bit, look at stuff, and then we can get the mail. Oh, it's so much to discover. I hope I'm not doing anything out of order. Like, I hope the game acknowledges that some people will be very, you know, snoopy.
She give me some health insurance, then we'll talk.
Joni, our records indicate you are 7 years overdue for your wellness checkup. Please call our office at your earliest convenience to schedule. That must suck so hard if you have to pay for yourself. Coming from Germany, where usually you're insured, like, no matter what, there's insurance for you.
What
Living
a
alone.
waste of money. Nothing in here I didn't already know. Well, maybe I can still return it to Wonderstorm.
Living alone, a guide to unlocking your true potential. I don't know what W. Oh. Okay. What is family even good for? That's the question May found herself asking after graduation and moving away from her tumultuous family. As she spent more time away, she realized all her colleagues seemed to have a leg up because they regularly received social support from their nearby families. That's when she sat down and got to work figuring out how she could be her own support network. Now she's sharing it with the world. In the time it takes to read this book, you too can learn to be totally self-reliant. Battle until death. Eyes wide open. She reads a lot, and especially like across genres and fiction and non-fiction, everything. Okay. Oh.
I locked this from the other side. Don't have any interest in going in there anyway.
Well, later, probably.
Don't know why it's coming back to me now. I remember hiding in here as a kid when it stormed. With Sarah and... Mom.
That sounds like they were hiding from their dad.
I threw this key away. You couldn't pay me enough money to dig through her stuff.
Probably mom.
Good riddance.
Did mom really go on adventures, or did she get killed by dad? Tale as old as time, I wanted to say, and then screwed it up. Okay. We made it into the room with the mail, but was okay. I like that it makes sense how this house looks and like the decoration. It's very eclectic, but in a way that, yeah, you know, it's a lot of nature, not a lot of family pictures, which I guess makes sense if they have a difficult family history. So she doesn't want to be reminded of that all the time.
No interest in the sitting room right now.
Oh, well, I am. Reads a lot.
Dreamed of all that made him conscious? What the fuck?
Disturbing news yet again in the not-so-quiet town of Harvest, Oklahoma. A local resident by the name of Harvey Jones has been admitted to the hospital after behavior indicative of a brain-dead state. Despite this behavior, or rather lack thereof, Mr. Jones' vitals appear to be fine. Medical professionals looking after Mr. Jones were perplexed, so much so that they've ordered new monitoring equipment for fear their existing equipment is somehow broken or malfunctioning. Mr. Jones was found wandering aimlessly, mind in a fog, amidst the cornfields near the dino station. Claire Crowley, proprietor of the franchise gas station, went on record saying that Mr. Jones had been drained of all that made him conscious. When we pressed Miss Crowley to elaborate, she said we were better off not knowing. Maybe. That was the guy we saw? Okay. Wishing you a plain day from Ohio. Believe.
First
Look.
Edith, now this. Why now? Grandma.
It's Grandma? Look with the face. believe. Hey sis, that's not from Grandma. Long time no speak. Greetings from Ohio. Not what you were expecting, right? Well, you still can gloat. It's temporary. I've moved to Plain City to be near Dad and Grandma. Okay. I'm worried about her. Dad's in denial, but I don't know. Yay. Happy postcard. Write me back, jerkface. To Joni
I can't
Evers.
with all this. I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Okay.
I need to unwind. A movie or something? Yeah, that sounds nice. Old Faithful should do the charm.
Watch Attack of the Reapers too. Yeah. Yeah. I knew that. I knew that before it showed up. Why wouldn't you have the video? Okay. There we go.
Hello, Antoinette, my dear. Time for a trip to oblivion.
I do watch horror. Do you watch horror movies or your favorite movies often? All over again? I do it, but I can't do it. Sometimes I have a phase where I watch it 2 or 3 times in a row. But then at some point it just stops and I need some time in between so it feels like fresh again. But I want to know about you. Are you someone who is a repeat watcher or not? Where? Oh, okay. That's a weird spot.
VHS is the superior format. They could never get the color grading right once they moved to DVD.
I hate these discussions. You just don't understand it, man. Vinyl is so much better than CD or MP3. Oh. Yeah, whatever. I just want to watch a
Seriously?
movie.
Can't catch a break. Hang on, Nettie. We'll be running through portals in no time.
Bonk the TV?
This usually does the trick.
That wasn't bonking. That was.
That's not the movie.
Ugh.
Is that my basement?
It is.
Edith's playing some kind of prank. Not in the mood, Ed. Did she really record over Reapers too? I'm done. This isn't my day. Cut your losses, Joni, and go to bed.
But she couldn't have recorded over it because you need to tape it down, right?
And that's that, I guess.
Or is that just audio tapes? Also, was there really... I didn't see stairs in the basement. Huh. Maybe we weren't in the basement. Yeah, we were in the garage, and it looked similar. Okay, plug in your phone. Oh, what's that?
Pissed. Grandma didn't care. Dad encouraged us. Can't bring myself to scrub it off.
It is very cute. I would also keep it. Plug in your phone. But where? There's a... No? Okay. I mean, you would plug in your phone close to the bed, right? Yeah. There you go. Tomorrow will be better. Fall asleep in a haunted house. I mean, so far we don't know whether it's haunted. At least I don't. Chapter 2, Bump in the Night. Let's go bumping.
What the? Storm must have knocked out the power. Oh, where'd I put my phone?
Right next to the bed.
What? I know, I plugged my phone in.
Oh. Oh.
Dead. I have my battery left when I plugged it in.
Why ain't I plugging it in right now? That would be my... Because if I need it, I can run back, and then at least it has like 5% battery. Okay, investigate the house. That's the thing with owning a house. You have to repair it. Like, everything's on you to do.
Candles?
Oh. Oh, it's a
I didn't
dream.
like these.
It's a dream.
What's going on?
It's a dream.
Hello? Maybe there's something on the TV about the storm?
It probably doesn't work.
Damn it.
Yep.
Powers definitely out. Better check the fuse box in the garage.
Oh, wrong room. Ah, close enough. Oh! Yeah, let's check it
At least
out.
there's not much here to spoil.
Is that a lot of beer?
That's me. Joni Evers, Queen of Silver Linings.
Aw, wish I would have looked. Buy eggs, oat milk, dinner. Weird noise in basement. Check for rodents. Ooh, good morning. Am I writing these to myself, or did my sister write these?
Fuck. All the fuses blew?
All of them?
I've got some spares around here somewhere.
I saw one. Wait, I have...
Flashlight coming in.
Yeah, we know where it is.
I know the fuses are somewhere in
go.
the garage.
Bop. There you go. I saw one. Oh. I don't know where the second one was, so that's why I have to look. I hope the fuses are in the basement. I like contained puzzles, you know, when you put the solutions into one room and you don't have to just... Yeah.
This is it. I thought I had more. Better than nothing. There we go. Back to the TV. What?
Well done.
I must be sleep deprived.
It's only begun. It's
What's
only
begun?
just begun. Sorry. You can't do this alone. Trust me.
Just an illusion.
No.
Stress. Sleep deprivation.
Is that Mom?
It has to be.
Has anyone played or watched a Let's Play of Resident Evil 8, the DLC? Because they had some lit up messages by somewhat of a ghost there as well. Small spoiler, it's at the very start of the DLC.
Damn. The TV must be on a different circuit. Ugh. Oh, what's happening? What's that sound? It feels like things in this room are whispering to me.
Remember.
Remember what? They left me. They all left me. But it started with Mom. She was already gone by the time we took this picture.
So they all moved away from that accursed place. Which object? Oh, there's an object.
We stopped making memories as time went on. After Mom left.
Yeah, I don't know if Mom's at fault here.
Mom said we'd go on so many adventures together. Ugh, I was a kid. Young and dumb enough to believe her.
The Traveler's Trekking Guide to Switzerland, part of a series of treks through the worlds by Quentin Nix, introduction by Diana Fay. Journey across snow-tipped peaks through cozy valley villages and immerse yourself in the wonderful culture of southern Switzerland in this latest installment to the award-winning Treks Through the World series. More than a mere checklist or dry description, Quentin Nix transports you through his unique creative nonfiction and lays bare perspectives you'd only think possible were you on the slopes of the Alps yourself. Of course, the purpose of this book is to guide you in your own adventures to well-known locales like Grindelwald and Interlaken, as well as lesser-known gems tucked away in the mountains. Featuring a compelling introduction by Diana Fay titled What I Saw and What It Cost Me, your eyes will be glued to the pages until you look up and find yourself on a journey of your own. Okay. I'm very bitter about Mom. I mean, I get it, but this is a horror game. We'll find out
Mom and Dad
something.
used to travel the world. Then she left.
Like, yeah,
I don't want to think about her. Why is this happening?
Yeah, I was just saying, we get it.
What's that?
Oh.
Picture frame? Where did this come from? I recognize this. Mom. She and Dad went to Switzerland right before I was born. I thought I got rid of this. This picture. It's getting louder. I can't get it out of my head.
Wow. Okay. Am I in my mind palace? Oh.
A mother. Pregnant with her first child. She's hopeful. In love. But resentful? She's selfish. She's a liar. Biding her time. Oh, I hate her. Oh, what was that? I remember. That wasn't entirely my memory. Not entirely my emotion. This is like something straight out of Attack of the Reapers. Once, I'm not a fan.
No.
Phone's dead, TV won't work. Better step outside and check the weather the old-fashioned way.
Attack of the Reapers looks and sounds like a completely different... Like, it sounds like a B movie that's a little bit crappy, but a little very entertaining. And it doesn't sound like an emotional ghost story. So is it maybe the dad's bitterness that seeped into the kids? Because if he was super angry at mom abandoning them, if that was what happened, then he probably talked about it a lot, or grandma as well, and poisoned the kids against their mother. Woo!
I'm in the kitchen.
Yeah, you are. Why can I do this? What's the... Whoop.
This can't be happening.
Whoop. Weird.
What the hell is going on? It's got something to do with the whispering objects. I know it. This is crazy, but what would Internet do in Attack of the Reapers?
How old is she? How old is she?
Figure out what's happening and break the curse. God, I hope there's not a curse. What the hell am I saying? This can't really be happening. But it is. It is, and there's nothing I can do but play along for now. I can't leave. I'll go deeper. Find more of these whispering objects. Most of the house is locked up. Never planned on seeing most of it again. I need to find the keys. Oh, studio keys nearby.
I mean, maybe it's not an age thing, but like I have my favorite movies. I love Alien. I think Ellen Ripley is amazing, but I don't think ever, even if I were in a horror situation, I wouldn't be. What would Ellen Ripley do? Ellen Ripley is not real. That's not a real person. And also, Ellen Ripley is so much more badass than I am. I cannot imagine what she would do because I would not be capable of doing what she would do. But I'm not the type of person who ever thinks in any situation, what would and then any person do? I'm always like, what would be the best thing to do right now, and not what would this person do in my position. I don't know, I don't think I ever had this thought. Is that, I don't know, maybe it's probably me. I'm more like, what's the outcome of this?
This will open the studio door in the sitting room.
If I do this and that, what will be the outcome? Will it be a good outcome? What's the probability of a bad outcome? Is there an alternative that's more efficient? And then I go with that. But I'm not like, what would, I don't know, Mickey Mouse do in this, in my place? Alright. Cool, cool, cool. What do we have here? Cards. Books. So many books. I like that they really made it appear... I mean, yes, they have a couple of repeats, but it's enough, you know, that it looks like a well-read household. Anything? No? Maybe later. Maybe later. Huh. Was that me? Huh. I thought I heard something. Ugh, I hate self-closing doors. It probably has mechanical game reasons, I'm quite sure. But I don't like it. Oh.
Dad's old studio. He left so much behind.
How large
Always
is...
making messes, never cleaning them up.
This property could house 20 families. Easy. This room alone is at least 3 flats. 3 normal sized flats. This is it. This is ridiculous.
Dad always got lost in his work. Grandma and I dragged a mattress in here for him. He slept here a lot of the time, especially after Mom left. Dad completely covered himself in paint to play the purple people eater in one of Sarah's films. Oh, it took weeks to get it off.
Who's Sarah? Another sister?
Dad and I used to catch fireflies in the field out back when I was young. He always made sure I set them free the next day.
Okay. Thank you for mentioning this. That's... what is it? A day in Fantasyland. Bright and... can't sleep in. Joni will help we get Sarah up. Breakfast at the hotel. Board the shuttle. Arrive at the park. All the girls... which realm they want to visit. Ask the girls which realm they want to visit first. We don't have time for them all. The Dreamscape, Dragon's Dale, Stonehaven, the Great Lake, and the Golden Fields. Lunch in the Outwith. Visit the second realm, final shopping, and snacks. Board the shuttles back. Sounds nice. Sounds like fun.
Sarah thought Dad looked so cool when he came home wearing these one day. He wore them everywhere after that.
Oh, therapy got postponed.
Dad went through shirts like nobody's business. He liked the white ones for some reason. Said they kept his art honest.
Okay, well, you can have your little eccentricities. You know, if they don't harm anyone. What's this? Secret room? Secret room. It's totally a secret room. Why is the music so magical? Oh, what's that? Buy organizer. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Get stuck. Sketching with an open mind. Oh, okay. You do you. There's better out there. Therapy, 1st, 5th. He always postpones it. Because I don't think it's the therapist postponing it that often.
Mom had a strange way of asking for things. Don't blame Dad for ignoring her on this one.
Hey, cool. Hope you and the girls are doing well. I'm going to be in San Luis Valley next week. It's about a 7-hour drive from Harvest. It's strange out here. Made me think of old times. Maybe I'll see you and the girls. Lilith. Excuse me. There's no stamp there. There's no, you know, what's it? Post stamp on there as well. So that was never sent.
Dad's old camcorder. Oh, this thing was practically glued to him at all times. Until Sarah took a liking to it.
You can maybe fool young people who don't know what postcards are, but there again, reschedule. But you can't fool me, because I'm old.
What a mess.
One single bottle. She's like, oh my god, what's going on here? Huh, okay. This looks so sad.
Why didn't you just throw these away, Dad?
Huh? Because he was working with them. Or are they broken? What's that? Oh, it's... Yep.
Not sure Dad ever held a job down for longer than a couple of months.
Dear Coulson, we regretfully inform you that effectively, immediately, your employment at Complete Foods is terminated. You have failed to meet the benchmarks set on your development plan. You have repeatedly failed to give proper notice prior to being absent at work, and you have shown in the best cases indifference and in the worst willful negligence of the simplest task. You do not meet the high standards of efficiency and quality we require from all our associates at Complete Foods. Wishing you luck in your future endeavors. Okay. Oh. Yeah, give me some time. I'm still checking things out here.
Are you kidding me? I've been searching for years to find these. Should have figured Dad had them squirreled away somewhere.
So Joni and Sarah. Who's Edith? Who's Edith? Eden? Huh. And we don't see whether Sarah was born by... whether Colton was the father. Just saying. I mean, she could just...
There. Now I can get through if I need to.
She could just look through it, but maybe the game doesn't want us to know. Okay. So that's for the movie, or what is this? Oh my god, I love it. This is also very, very cute. I'm getting to you, Ghost Blob. I'm still exploring. There.
So that's why Dad stopped going.
Mr. Evers.
Good it did him.
Here at Open Plains Therapy, we do our best to flexibly cater our clients' appointment times based on their busy lives. However, based on your pattern of behavior, we're sorry to say this. If you miss yet another appointment, we will have no choice but to offer your slot to the next client on your extensive waiting list. I'm sorry it's come to this, but if you will not act, then we have no choice. Yeah, I don't get her like Joni, but she looks down on therapy, but if he never goes to therapy, then yes, it will not help him. Because you need to go, actually. You need to work on it. And also, you can't just go once or twice and then expect it to magically change everything. I think it's super hard work. And I'm saying this as someone who doesn't go to therapy, because it's a long way in Berlin. But I know.
Not a care in the sky. Yeah, this guy was definitely Dad's vibe.
Well, his show was. As far as I understood, this is Bob Ross, by the way, not Rob Ross. That's the reference. He went to war. And after that, he was like, fuck this shit. I'm so traumatized. I just want to have, like, you know, peaceful paintings from now on. Because, you know, the imagery of war, I have to escape that. A 3-hour workshop on the creative journey and learning to embrace the unexpected. Wait, so was he, like, probably just for relaxation, right? If the dad was a real artist, he probably didn't learn. Maybe he learned from Bob Ross. Who knows? But yeah.
Dad has a lot of talent, but he could never finish anything.
What's that? This looks like someone behind a board. I don't know the English title because I only know it in German. But wasn't there a story by Edgar Allan Poe, The Treacherous Heart or something, where someone basically buried their wife in the wall, and then or someone in the wall, I don't know whether it was the wife, and then they still heard the heartbeat and thought, or underneath the floorboards or something. Reminds me of that. Okay, let's go.
Hello?
Hello, Joni. It's Mom.
Know my name. What are you?
Looks like mold. Vestige.
Message.
Oh.
Do you know what's going on?
What does vestige mean? He's coming.
Okay.
d-
That's ominous.
Yeah. Help.
You need help.
You do...
I'm working things out. Ugh. There it is. Just like before. Things in this room are whispering to me.
Alright. Let's go.
No wonder I'm still finding these. How many times did the electric company shut the power off? 3, 4 times that year? I was in charge of the bills after that.
There's always this change in voice. That's probably indicating that it's someone else's thoughts and voice.
We got these the time Dad took us to Fantasyland. Waste of time and money. It was more for Sarah anyway. Like always.
Like all the bad parts. All very bitter.
Oh yeah. The time I got suspended for clocking Sarah's bully. Oh, I thought Dad was gonna ground me for a long time. But nothing happened. I think he just forgot. Or didn't care. Either way, that's when I realized I was the parent in the house.
Mr. Evers, we regret to inform you that your daughters were participants in an altercation at school yesterday. While both Sarah and Joni were involved, it is Joni's behavior that will require disciplinary action. She assaulted another student, a boy named Joey Barrow. To be blunt, she punched him in the face. Joni claims that Joey had been harassing her sister, but we've yet to confirm or deny these accusations. Regardless, Joni's behavior is unacceptable and further incidents will not be tolerated. We understand you are a... ... They typed that out. That is so passive aggressive. That is... Wow. Wow. Busy individual with a complicated family situation. Oh, that is so mean. Principal Harden, yeah, was in on the gossip, I think. Please come by the school this week at your earliest convenience so we can further discuss how we might avoid altercations like this in the future. In the meantime, Joni will be suspended from school for a week. Because obviously, so they know that the mother left, but they probably also know that the dad couldn't hold a job. So that's why it was like ... busy individual. Like, you don't have a job. Why are you not caring for your kids? Which is, oof, that's harsh subtext. Thank you for your understanding. I look forward to talking more in person. I don't think so. I don't think you looked forward to it. Maybe to get the gossip train going.
Looks like something's manifesting again.
Are you following me? There we are.
Probably another rejection letter. Dad gave up after enough of these came in. Like he did with everything else.
Okay, 2 more and then I guess we'll have another thingy.
Dad said he always wanted to take us to Switzerland. Make up for Mom's broken promises, he said. Of course, he never actually did anything about it.
I mean, that might have been a money issue, although this huge house. Because if you don't like going to Europe and like Switzerland is very expensive, but also going to Europe is very expensive from America.
Sarah and Dad had a lot of fun together. I was too busy making sure the bills were paid.
Ah, it's painting.
This painting.
Oh.
It's whispering to me like the picture frame before. Did Dad paint this? Yeah. That's Dad. And Sarah and me. Wow. This is really good.
Yeah, it's cute. Not my type of art that I prefer, but it's very cute.
I remember chores, errands, responsibilities, all abandoned. Fixations, playing in the dirt patches of the mind. Careless endeavors at the expense of his family. He doesn't care. Why should he? He cared about her, though. The favored daughter. Poisoned her to be the same carefree buffoon. Ugh, nothing but a fraud. Why couldn't he just stay out of the way?
Damn. Did she break the...
Shit, Dad's painting.
Yeah, that was you.
Doesn't matter. He's not coming back to get it. Probably forgot about it at this point.
She broke the little
Something's
sister.
changed. I can't explain it, but I feel one step closer.
To sadness. That's not good what's happening.
I didn't mean to. Besides, this is how I'm getting out of this house. What the hell do you know? I don't have time for this. Better check upstairs.
So the Blibby Blob is not on board with this behavior. The Blibby Blob wants to save
These
us.
brushes are ruined. I'll throw them out soon. More mess.
Yeah, she's getting more negative.
I remember this guy. Happy Clouds, right?
That was everything we said before was nicer and more neutral.
Well, that looks like me and Sarah. Wonder who painted it.
What? Did you forget your dad? That's weird. What's going on here? There's the picture again. Huh.
Oh, yeah. Dad worked at Complete Foods for a while. I had forgotten about that.
That is so weird. That is so weird. Huh. Okay, explore upstairs. I like where this is going. It's not really scary, honestly. And I also read in the comments it's more sad than scary.
Great. Another mess I'll have to clean up.
But it's interesting.
It's a jar?
She forgot the happy memories. She forgot the happy memories.
Huh. I'm not sure who these belong to.
That is creepy.
What a dingy bed. Looks like someone spent a lot of time sleeping here.
Ah, she's forgetting her father. Oh no! Was this before here as well? Yeah, probably. All right. So far, I really like it. It's just cozy. I mean, this will not be the scariest game we ever played, but so far, I actually like the writing. I like the change of perspective because these games really love to have the guys, the husbands, the fathers as main protagonists who ruin it all. So I enjoy playing from this perspective. Also, just the general story of the older sister having to replace the mom after mom leaves, of feeling like she has to, and it's parentification, I think. That's kind of a term I read a couple of times, where especially elder daughters usually, but also often older brothers get kind of forced to take on a parental role, and not always when it's just one single parent. One single parent is redundant, but also very often when you have both parents there, but they still steal a lot of the childhood of their oldest child to look after the younger children. And I think in general in a family dynamic that's very normal. And I think a lot of older siblings naturally take on this role as, for example, the protector of smaller siblings. But sometimes it can veer into something very harmful for the child because they have to cancel their own plans with their friends. They always have the smaller kid to tag along, which means they never can really fully let go and be themselves and express themselves freely because they always have to look out for their smaller sibling. And this is a huge issue and can, I think, also cause some bitterness towards the younger sibling, but also towards the parents, and also create some, long-lasting personality traits and etc. etc. So I like that this is something that's being picked up in the story. It's very interesting. So you have the the more creative golden child, I guess, at least from Joni's perspective. That's also the thing. We cannot really say whether it all really was like she says it was, because first of all, she seems to be very bitter, or seems to be on a path that's very bitter. But also we don't hear the other perspectives, because sometimes, one sibling will have very, very negative images of their childhood and think the other kid was the golden child, but maybe that wasn't even the case, and the other kid also had pressure that their sibling didn't have. So it's always very complicated. Family is just always complicated and messed up. That's just it. That's the truth. Every family is super messed up. But anyways, I enjoy the storyline. It's not scary at all, but now and then I really like these kind of games that are more melancholic, and I think so far it's very smooth. Really good gameplay. Exploration is easy. You get something out of it. It's not annoying because also your walking speed is pretty good. It's not too large. It doesn't feel tedious to walk around. I think it also leads you to the right places. So all of this, it's a very smooth game. So it's been developed by 5 people, which I think, it's a very small group, but they did fantastic work. And I can't wait to see what happens, because she seems to get bitter but also forget her family. And also it's very interesting that she's so much against therapy. So obviously she doesn't think she needs help, or she doesn't think that therapy can help, which is also, the topics, they're really good. It's a very modern approach to this story, that is very tropey in a lot of other versions. So, yeah, I enjoy myself. Can't wait for next episode. How do you like it so far? I think the main important question I asked was, do you do this thing where you watch movies often, and what movie is it? What's the one movie that you can always watch? And then second question, do you say in a difficult situation, what would, and then insert the name of someone, do you have that line of thought? Or are you like me, who doesn't really think, what would Superman do in this situation, but rather, what's the most logical thing or most efficient way, or the way that hurts the least amount of people, and then do that without thinking of what would a specific person do. And if you have this thing where you say, I actually do often think, what would blah 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 do, who is that person? If you want to share, no pressure. That's my questions for this episode. And if you're new to this channel, I play a lot of indie horror games and sometimes mystery games, because it's not really horror, is it? But it's a little bit, it's mini creepy. Creepette, So if you enjoyed that, feel free to subscribe. And I promise you, if you're my sister and you bring up topics, especially about therapy, I will look into this. Look, I will react impulsively in the moment, because usually it kind of feels like an attack, and people can be in their emotions, and it's very difficult to step out of the emotional feeling of adrenaline when someone suggests something to better you, because obviously you read it as criticism, even though it's not, it's more help. But it's overwhelming at first, but I will definitely take it seriously. I will look into this, I will do my research, and I will make sure, that I get back to you and talk to you about it, and also appreciate what you did there, because I think that's an important part. If someone wants to help you and they do it in good faith, very important, they do it in good faith, to listen to them, and you don't have to agree, but still you have to take it seriously, especially if it's a person who loves you and who you love. So subscribe. Man, that got heavy. Usually I do these things and I do it a little bit fun, but no, this got heavy. Heavy game, heavy thoughts, Anyways, hope you had a good time, and see you next time. Bye bye. This is my self-recorded outro song, so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's plays.